and welcome to our Be Entrepreneur channel. Today we have a special guest, one of the smart young minds in the business industry, Mr. Jassim Viran Sayyid Muhammad, the founder of Offerpedia, the referral app. Hello, Mr. Jassim, and welcome.
Hi, Sama.
Please give us a little bit of an introduction about yourself and about Offerpedia and what inspired you to create the business.
Yeah, so myself, Jassim Viran Sayyid Muhammad. I'm an engineer graduate. After that, I did my MBA. Then within my college canteen, I started an application. It's a refer a friend platform with an instant gratification wallet. So Offerpedia is basically a word of mouth marketing platform with a double-sided referral program. So it's an online application where people gets money to spend. So that's it.
That's about it. Okay, what has inspired you to create the business?
Offerpedia. So what inspired me to create the business is like, first of all, we were doing a lot of events within our universities. It's like a cricket tournament back in India, okay? Cricket tournaments, swimming competitions, football matches and all. So we were arranging events like games basically, and we were taking the college grounds for renting, and we were creating the tournaments where we were getting an income for that.
Yeah.
So at that time we were creating like flyers, okay, and we were distributing among within the distribution people and all. So what happens is like we were wasting our money, like we didn't know where the flyers has been going and all.
Yeah.
And as we were students itself, we didn't have that much money to spend. So what we did is like we created a digital flyer, and anyone could share this digital flyers within their friends and family.
Yeah.
And what happens is like we get to know where has been these flyers reached, if you read or not, if it's in Dubai, otherwise in Bahrain, otherwise within the region. So what happens is like if it goes to the targeted person, they get paid. The guy who shared gets paid instant itself.
Yes.
We were tied up with Paytm payment banks in India. So that's how it started.
I see. Can you tell us how your business utilizes the power of social media and the sharing economy? And
Yeah.
how do you think this is beneficial in today's world?
Yeah, so after creating this application, we started speaking to a lot of vendors where we said that we are going to do this one, and we were asking money out of that.
Yeah.
So they said they are not ready to pay for this one because they don't believe in digital flyers. They are quite comfortable with the flyers itself, and this is not the way it works. So the first mistake which I did is like I first created the application and went to the business owners to speak about this. But then they said if someone comes within, if it's technology, if someone comes within this technology, they're ready to pay whatever things. If you're getting a business through us, they're ready to pay whatever things.
Yes.
So what we created is like in today's world, okay,
Yeah.
we have everything online. You could
Yes.
order online, you get the food right now in front of here. You could order the medicine, it comes directly to the desk.
Yes.
If you could book an air ticket, you could transfer your money to your friend's account.
Yes.
Everything is possible. But there is no application, there are applications, there is no application which gives you money.
Yeah.
Which gives you money. If you're getting money, like you should have a particular skill sets like coding, otherwise designing. There are opportunities, but it's for those particular skill sets. In our application, low middle class income, let's say my mom who doesn't know that much of technology, she could make money just by this application. How?
Yes.
So what happens is like you could download this application from Android, iOS for free. Okay, what happens is like if I'm, let's say we both, Jassim and Sama, you're my friend, I'm referring you a restaurant, let's say for very easy purpose, I'm referring through my WhatsApp to Sama. Okay, what happens is like you go over there, you pay the bill over there, you order as usual, just show the code. You will be having a particular code. Just show the code in that particular, let's say merchant, which I have sent.
Yeah.
So what happens is like after paying the bill instant itself, it's not like 1 or 3 or 5 hours, no. Within 5 minutes, you get your percentage cash back, the guy who purchased, Also the referrer gets the percentage cashback. Let's say I referred it from my office to Samas, you went over there and you made a purchase, you get instant cashback. Also the guy who referred also gets the cashback. And this cashback you could again use with Offerpedia tied up outlets. You could scan and pay. We had made an instant gratification wallet. Okay, that means let's say minimum, let's say if you are having 100 fills, you could again use this one for your next purchase within any Offerpedia outlets. Let's say you again went for like a restaurant which is you purchase for 5 BD, I'm just giving a small amount, okay. You just need to pay only 4.9 BD over there, just pay 100 fills through this one. Again you get the 5 BD cashback. It's like a recurring process. And even you could transfer this cashback to any Offerpedia users globally. But right now we are only in Bahrain. And even you could take this cashback to your Bahrain bank account. So it's basically money.
Yeah, I see. And then tell us about your vision for this application and business in the next 5 years.
Next 5 years, we just say Offerpedia, the referral app, where you just need to refer. Everyone becomes a salesperson by using this application. Everyone just by giving a lead. Let's say if even you could refer car service centers, real estate, where you get big amounts. My vision is only this one. Anyone who has a connectivity, they get money for spending. I'm not saying this by using this application you could be rich, but you get money to spend. Especially we are focusing on low middle class income families. Let's say who is having a 250 BD to 750 BD of, and especially youngsters. Youngsters needs money to spend. And now in this situation, it's getting very tough. And businesses needs business. So we are just revenue sharing. Let's say the business is giving us a percentage, we are sharing to the referrer and the end user. That's the only thing which we do by Offerpedia.
I see. Of course, during the whole process of creating this business, you had probably obstacles and challenges along the way. So please tell us about the challenges that you have faced and how you overcame these challenges.
Yeah, so as you know, entrepreneurship it's full of challenges, but I didn't know, the best thing is that I didn't know these were challenges. Otherwise, if I knew these many challenges would be coming, I won't be start. I thought everything is easy, and that's what I started from our college canteen within our friends. I thought, okay, let's make it, tomorrow onwards we are going to make money. So that I'm saying that I'm not that kind of guy who was looking into a lot of financial structures and doing, I didn't know anything. Then I started. Then the first challenge was there were no one ready to pay. So that was the first mistake. Then I understood, okay, these are the mistakes. Right now we don't do that type of mistakes, like we go talk, if they are willing, if we take the data, we create an algorithm of that data, and then only we start taking the action. It was quite easy for us to build the technology, but we didn't know the let's say the process of starting a business, like the company formation. Then there were, as we were giving money back, we needed to have some kind of certifications from the process. So that was kind of a big trouble for us. So there were a lot of challenges.
So you overcame this by the experience along the way.
Yeah. Just if I get stuck, I just go call anyone and talk. Anyone means there might be people who knows something about these things. So I get next thread, then I talk with them, then I get the next thread, and we try to overcome. But on the process, I never said to myself that I'm gonna stop this one. So if I feel like if you have particular mindset of like that, the whole universe will be, the whole universe help us to come with that.
So tell us, what's your advice for young people who have, young entrepreneurs who have the idea of starting their own business? What's your advice for them?
Giving an advice for young entrepreneurs, okay, one story has inspired me a lot, okay. First of all, for youngsters, for us, like youngsters coming behind us also, they have a lot of opportunities. The only thing is that they should come and make a step on the ground, then only they could find. You can't find the opportunities by sitting on the desk, otherwise on a particular set. You should come outside, make your first steps, then you will understand what are the opportunities. There are a lot of opportunities. And the advice, I'm not a guy who could give an advice, but this story has inspired me a lot. I'll just say that story, okay? There was two sisters. One was Sarah, and her age was 5 years, and one was Rosie, her age was 7 years old. So they were living in a village. On one day they were traveling to the next village through a plain field, okay? So what happened is like Sarah and Rosie was going to the village. So what happened is like on the way they were going, there was a well, okay, where Rosie, the 7-year-old kid, fell into that well. So Sarah, her sister, the younger sister, was screaming around like help, help, help. So there were no one to come and help them up. So what Sarah found is like she found a rope and a bucket, where she put the bucket into the well and started pulling off. And Rosie came out. So then they were afraid, like if they go to the village and say about this one, their mom, dad, everyone is gonna shout at these kids because why did they fall down? And but the opposite thing happened. Once they went to the village and they started saying about the incident, what happened is like everyone started laughing at them. Because like a 5-year-old kid can't never take a 7-year-old kid from a well. Why are you guys saying the lies and all? So what happened is like only one guy, let's say a saint, otherwise a priest, said, okay, these two kids are saying the right thing. They never lied. So everyone came together to the, let's say, to the saint and asked, why are you saying like this? Like, what made you to say this one? So the saint told this is the point which like hit me very hard, okay? The saint told these kids are telling the truth. Why means while Sarah was pulling the rope of the 7-year-old kid, like the elder sister was in the well and Sarah was pulling the rope, there were no one near to her saying that you can't do that, Sarah, leave it.
Yes.
She didn't know that.
Yes.
So the best thing is that if you're knowing a lot of things, you get afraid.
Yeah.
Know a little, then make the steps. And we are not,
It's better to be not surrounded by negative mentalities and people that will put you down as so on. So always surround yourself with positive influences, as you say. Thank you so much, Mr. Mohammed. That will be it for today. There you have it. And we'll see you next time.